Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back, this is CryinMo, and this is another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. And our villager breeder is working overtime. We're just looking for more, apparently now we're looking for more librarians, since half of our librarian population got converted to cartographers. And they're a lot more common than we might have once thought. So, yeah, we need librarians to go into our library at our villager trading, villager career center. Anyway, so we're just letting that run, and it's sending over villagers every now and then. I guess I should go and check and see how they're doing, but, hello, sir. I'm up here giving you a little visit today. You running the village, keeping everybody happy, keeping them breeding down there? All right, thank you very much for your service. Okay, guys, well, today we are going to do a couple of things. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of things today. We're going to start with trying to fly again. Here we go. Ooh, yeah, look at this. Let's do it. Come on, hit myself. Oh, boy, I don't know. I couldn't hit myself on that one, but we made it over here. So I want to go to the Nether portal, but yeah, that was kind of lame. Obviously, I have not practiced enough. And on top of practicing hitting myself with arrows, I need to practice actual flying because I'm not so good at that. But man, it sounds so it just sounds so cool when you do that. I have gone skydiving twice, and yeah, that was a serious experience for me. It was an eye opener, a consciousness expander, if you will. Let's jump into the Nether here. Go visit our train station, our Nether hub minecart station here. And yeah, as you can see here, I did finish out, at least this area is all done and sealed in now. So I brought some chests over and stuff just to finish populating this area with storage. And you might be wondering what that is right there. I'll show you that in just a second. To be perfectly honest, there's just to warn you, there's nothing back there yet. But I will show you what the intention is. Yeah, I was gonna throw maybe I don't know why I was gonna throw an anvil down there on these two sides, and maybe another ender chest here, and then of course we have these. We can populate this way. All right, and I'll get some right over here. And this is just general storage. You know, I didn't really know what to do with the space, so it's general storage. We can, dump off nether rack blocks and stuff like that, etc., and pick stuff up if we need to while we're, zooming around in minecarts to different locations. But today is basically going to be based around our train station, our Nether hub area. Not this area itself. We got to do. There's a couple of things we're going to do. One is we're going to do the design, the hallway design, and hallway meaning the corridors that the tracks run through. The other one is we're going to come up with the template for the, what do we call them? The stations, right? So we take a minecart ride here, and we end up in the horse trading village station, right, where we get ejected from minecart, and we go through into the horse trading village. And we need to, basically what I want to do is come up with a uniform design of how to lay the track out, so that each station has the same, so I know exactly how to build each station as far as like how the minecart works, and dumping off in a piece of cactus, and then being able to automatically eject a minecart, dispense a minecart, and take off from that station. But I also have an idea for decor, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. Here's what's back here is there's nothing back here. So basically what I got to do is I have to take this tunnel here and move it this way. We got to push it back away from the Nether hub, probably about, I don't know, I'm just gonna say about 15 blocks, maybe 16 blocks, just to give this area some space. I don't know if we're gonna need this area for anything. It was an opportunity to, I'm gonna miss that door. Yeah, I haven't wired this up or anything. I've never even done, that's my first piston door. I've never actually done a piston door before, and I thought, I put an iron door there, and it was just ugly. Looked like it was part of an asylum, right? At least as far as fitting into this build. So I thought, pistons, removable area, no problem. So we go back there, and you never know. I don't know what we need to put back there. Who knows? We'll keep it. I want to keep some space back there just for potential future builds. And actually the Blaze farm, which we haven't even built yet, but the Blaze spawner that we have nearby is really close by. I mean, it's just, we could walk there from here. So maybe this will end up being, or at least giving access to the Blaze farm whenever we build it. All the interior here is done. This is our tunnel here for our minecarts with chests that run down here and then eventually go up and loop around to the back of the portal. And then over here, of course, I just continue this diorite and brick design, and it's just, yeah, all the way through here. I haven't connected, you know, these are the only tracks I've connected so far. These other ones are all empty. We don't know where they're going to go yet. We didn't even put chests over here yet. I populated the back and didn't put chests over here. That's just silly, man. There's a lot of storage here. Oh, there we go. We don't need that many, yeah. Because I can count. Mo can count like a crazy man. Kind of like that sticking out like that. It's kind of interesting. Why would we do that? I don't. Now I'm just being weird. See, this is now you're seeing inside the head of CryinMo. I take mistakes, and sometimes they catch your eye, right? Otherwise known as happy mistakes. Although this one isn't very happy. This is just bizarre. But it does have enough space. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. We won't do that. I won't do that to you guys. Do something strange like that. But that is pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know why it's interesting. I actually have no idea. It's just different, right? And then, of course, the other thing we could have done was this. We could do this, what I would call... What would I call this? There's a term I would call this, which would be medicine chest style or apothecary. I call this apothecary style. That's what I call it. That's kind of neat. I kind of like how that looks. And my tweak of the color on the trap chest actually kind of matches the acacia, isn't that? That's kind of interesting. But yeah, the apothecary style is pretty nice. I kind of like that. I'm going to leave that up there. You guys can let me know what you think. I know it's a pain to use. It's not really, you know, optimal for use. But it's kind of neat. Kind of cool. Imagine if I did that back here for all of these. This is another possibility, is this sort of a thing like that. That's pretty nice looking as well. That's a good look right there. That's a good look. I dig it. Okay, so what we're going to do is jump into a creative world so that we can... yeah, maybe I'm going to do that over here too, because I kind of like it better than that. Apothecary style is pretty neat, but because it's off, we only have 4. I'm kind of liking that a little more. I think I would do that over there too, except those are all full of stuff, so I might have to jockey that around. Moving stuff around, you know, that's a pain. Let's jump over to a creative world, and then I'll tell you about the movie Arrival. If this is where the track were to come in, so typically, right, so this is what happens is we have minecarts coming in from yonder, that direction, right? So that you imagine that's our entering point. And then here would be the chamber that we have where our nether portal is. So what I was thinking first off is that each minecart station needs its own sort of decorative thing, right? To let us know like what the station is, you know, what the station's for, or what area we've gone to. We would have like, say, a border of some type, and then, but it should be a square, I think. So maybe we'd have this central pedestal area where inside here we could build something that sort of denotes what it is in the area that we're at. Let's say we're in the ice spikes. We're at the station for the ice spikes biome. Then in this area we might build a little pyramid of ice spikes. Or if we're in the switch farm station, maybe we put up just a cube or a stack of slime blocks. And then maybe like the horse village, I was going to put like a pen in the middle with some horses or something like that. The end portal doesn't really need this sort of a thing. Maybe it does. But like the flower village could have flowers, you know. And this is probably kind of small for what that is. But I don't know. Let's see. The way this works, right, is you would come in here and then our nether portal would be over here somewhere. Wherever it is, we can line it up with this. But if you imagine, we come in on a cart, we're going to run into a cactus. All right, cactus goes there. And then we have a dispenser here. And then hopper goes in there. And then here we would need another block. I picked the most unattractive blocks here to do this with, right? So we got these guys would take off and run into here. If you notice, I just put these planks anywhere there's going to be a changeable track or a curved track. If we have a track with coming out of the nether portal that our minecarts with chests would ride on, they would run through here, go over here and join up and run down our main track. So all of these curves have to go this way without, you know, they're not going to be changeable. This is a bummer here. but there's just, I don't know any way around doing that. But we could actually put filler block, could be in all of these here. Okay, and then let's see. The idea is here we want minecart drops into there, drops into this dispenser, and then when you hit this button right here, it powers everything right now. That's no good. What we need is an actual control here, because if you hit the button here, it powers everything, and we don't want that. We want this because we want to be able to control what happens here. What that means is down here we will have a dot of redstone, and we want to put a torch down there, I think. So what happens is here we want this to fire, dispense a minecart when we hit this, but we also want to run a signal that can fire up the track on a delay, just like is exactly how we did it in our in the main train station. And it doesn't have to go that far, but we do have to invert this signal. We want 2 repeaters in here on our delay, and then this will have our torch on it. Perfect. This is our decorative floor block. Okay, so that creates a loop. Either we have to put a half slab here, which is fine if we decide we want to design with a block type that has half slab variants. That'll be fine. Then we can make it all uniform, full of half slabs here. But otherwise, we just put a glowstone here, which is kind of nice. It's not a bad deal, I think. Sea lantern works just as well, the same as glowstone. So we could do sea lanterns or glowstone and just call it a design aesthetic piece. And really it's just allowing us to sort of keep our everything combined here. Very simple. We go in here, we ride, we're coming in, get knocked off. We can go over here to our nether portal. Let's build that really quick. If you guys haven't seen Arrival, I would recommend it. It's pretty good. It's not necessarily as good as it's pretty good. It's about 80% as good as I thought it was going to be. And actually in today's sort of selection of movies out there, I would say it's, I would definitely recommend going to see it. I don't know if it's a big screen movie or not. It's a lot smaller in scope or scale than I thought it was going to be, just insofar as the production goes, and it's a lot more intimate, I guess, than I thought it was going to be. And it's definitely a cerebral film. It's not necessarily it's not an action movie by any means, but it's got some really awesome visuals. And yeah, the end of it, it kept me all the way to the end. I didn't know what was going, and then and then I realized what was happening by the end. I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. All right, I'll buy that. It's a very calm movie. Yeah, it just wasn't quite what I hoped it would be. Totally, but the guy's an awesome filmmaker, and it's done really well. So if you see it, let me know what you think of it. If you don't see it, that's okay. Not a big deal. Also, in movie news, I heard today that, and I just can't quite wrap my head around this, but I heard today that apparently the Minecraft movie is moving forward with a new star attached, and that star is Steve Carell. I'm not really sure what to think about that. That obviously could mean anything. It could mean voice acting only, which is highly likely considering the subject matter, of course. But yeah, I mean, I love Steve Carell. He's incredible. If you guys didn't see the Big Short, that is a movie worth watching. Okay, here we go. This is the final design here. Yeah, so I had to do a couple of different things for ergonomics. One was I wanted to push this back far enough to allow us, when we come out of here, that we have a nice walkway to come over here to catch our minecart here. Yes. So I thought 2 blocks is much better than 1 block gaps. This seems like an error. And of course I wanted to be able to wall this in. And of course for our ceiling, we can go higher with our ceiling depending on our sculpture here, whatever we make for each location. So the ceiling could be, it could only be 3 high if we wanted to keep it small. But man, low ceilings are always kind of a bummer for me. So I think we're going to do it at least 4 high, if not higher. I might even make it 5 high. It's fine. And then, yeah, this will be portal. This will be netherrack back there, or whatever. Design something. This is just that empty space in case we want to bring horses through or whatever. I don't like the idea of having wall right behind here because that always results in me suffocating horses, which is kind of a bummer. And this border here can be, maybe we'll make the border uniform so that each minecart station has its own border, has the same border enclosing whatever's going to be the sort of sculpture in the middle. Sculpture is a very strong term. Pile of blocks might be the more accurate term for what I'll come up with. All of these blocks here, including the walls. The walls might have a design that sort of follows the minecart tunnel design that we'll come up with. And then the floor might incorporate some of that, or the floor could also be blocks from the area that we're at. I don't know. Anyway, it's all up for grabs. But yeah, this is a functional way, and I just needed to get measurements so I knew how to make each room work correctly for matching, so it's easy to go in and build them all. As you can see, this is just one of the little minecart rooms I had dug out, one of the stations, and it's obviously much too small for what we're going to do based on our design, but that's why I needed to do that design, figure it out, so now I can make all of the rooms uniform, dig them all out, and then we can lay in the track and get it all ready to go. So let's go find ourselves a little stretch of tunnel that we can work in. I mean, actually, I'm just going to show you what I came up with. So we've got, it's a pretty simple design as far as the tunnel goes. It's going to be very subway-ish, I suppose, would be the term. So let's check it out right here. So the reason I put white in the ceiling is sort of to open up the ceiling a little bit. You know, you kind of feel a little less pressure up there. This is just cyan stained clay. And this doesn't have to be glowstone. This could actually be redstone lamps, which I might opt for. And then I thought, you know, wherever there's a glowstone or a light source, we will change it up a little bit, give ourselves a little bit of detail. In the future, we can always come in here and upgrade and do different things. Even here, we could do something here like, we could put in some, you know, we can put a splash of color in like that. There we go, there we go. There's that going through. Yeah, actually, that's kind of cool. But man, I certainly wouldn't want to do that like every 3 blocks or something, right? I would do that maybe every 20 blocks. Oh, basically what I would do is I think I would line this up with, I have every 19 blocks in a stretch, I have put 3 power track, and that sort of maintains your speed just enough to keep it maximum speed all the way through. But it allows empty minecarts to coast to a stop if an empty minecart gets stuck on the track or something. So I could do this design wherever there's these 3 here, which wouldn't be a killer. We could do that. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. Alright, so the only other thing we can try here, redstone stuff. So let's try it out with redstone and a redstone lamp. Ooh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's a good thing about editing. You guys don't have to see all the little time-consuming tasks that happen. Alright, what do you guys think of that? I'm not sure. Not sure which one I prefer. I kind of, actually, in this particular case, I think I'm digging the glowstone better. Normally I would say this is much more refined, and it actually is, but for some reason here in this particular tunnel, I guess it's because of this. Maybe it's, you know, this diagonal here, the wavy line that we see kind of fits the wavy line inside the glowstone pattern. And over here it's so regimented. It works as well. If we weren't comparing them side by side, I probably would go with that one, but I think, yep, I think the glowstone wins. That's pretty cool. It's going to be a little bit labor intensive to put this in, going especially down the mesa hallway. I'm not looking forward to that. That's 1,500 blocks. That's a lot of blocks. But, you know, this will be pretty awesome when we do it. Okay, well, anyway, guys, so that's the train tunnel design. Let me guys know what you think of that. Again, like I said, it's just a simple sort of subway design, but now it's sort of a subway underneath a Gothic cathedral. That's sort of the feel I get for it, you know? It's got this sort of Gothic roundel or whatever we call that. All right, I hear the babies up here. All right, guys, how we doing? Oh, we got a green coat in there. A nitwit. No librarians. That's a bummer. All right, well, let's see here. Okay, let me see. Can I do this right now? All right, here we go. Going up, going up. don't know how we go up high. Those guys go up to like 400 and stuff, and I just don't know how that happens. Ooh, this is pretty good here. Yeah, there's definitely an art to flying this thing, isn't there? Flying these wings. Cool. Now I can kind of go up, right? Maybe I need to go into third-person POV. Oh, yeah, because I think that might be something that helps, is if I go into third-person POV. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and looking at my sort of okay build, looking at my builds there for the minecart stations and the track and all stuff, which I think is probably pretty boring for you guys. I don't know, but hopefully you got a kick out of it or saw something that you liked. But anyway, next time we are definitely going out to the Woodland Mansion, and that's a straight up adventure, man. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea how far we're going to go. We're going to load up some gear, some weapons, some armor, and we're going to go monster hunting. This is CryinMo, and I'm out of here.